to you. I'm gonna title this "The World as We Once Knew It Would Never Be the Same," and I'm saying it this way. It's not to provoke or invoke any fear mongering. It's to properly prepare all of us. Because when I'm speaking to you guys, I'm speaking to me too as a reminder. I constantly think of these things every day, and I stated in the last video as purpose. We're always paying attention. Just staying on top of being a survivor. But we have entered into a whole nother dimension and a whole nother age of life. This type of way of living. When I say this type of way of living, I'm stating about what's going on now. Okay. All of my followers, you guys know, I call you my friends as well. You're my friends. I hate saying followers. But you guys know that I have to be very careful of what I say here. So y'all just be patient with me. The world everything that has been going on the last year and a half, things that has happened abruptly and unexpectedly, is going to be the new norm. I'm going to say allegedly, but really, I think realistically, this is what we're dealing with. This is what we're facing. The droughts, the severe shortages, the tornadoes, the hurricanes, the floods, the supply shortages, the increase in pricing on every single thing, the viruses, the division, the confusion. I think as soon as we prepare ourselves mentally, that can properly set us in a place where we're fully aware, we recognize it, we acknowledge it, and we prep and plan for it. We prep and plan in a way which will enable us to survive it. I did it. I know a lot of people may get confused right now because you see your local leaders and your national leaders saying, okay, things are opening back up, blah, 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 this and this, that, and other. And then at the same time, a lot of them are pulling back now because of the increase in cases again. Honestly, at first, I thought they were hyping it up for certain agendas or for certain purposes or reasons, allegedly. But until I started receiving calls from the nursing home where one of my loved ones reside, and they were saying that an employee and a patient both have contracted that virus. So it's still here. It doesn't seem like it's going anytime soon. This is a year and almost a half. We're still dealing with this. And now they're talking about even stronger strains of other different variants and viruses and whatnot. So much have been so many people and so many things have benefited from the times we're living in and these are very powerful people. I think allegedly, why let it stop? So with us knowing these things, we could plan, prep, talk to our families, try and get everybody on the same page, and just put your survival tactic in place. I wouldn't recommend traveling right now. I say that because you guys know that I travel all the time, and I'm really trying to either stop it or I'm trying to either limit it or stop it altogether. I would like to just stop it. but I do make money in the north in New York and as well as here in Texas. Um, I have a bug out property here in Texas. I have land here in Texas. I have most of all of my preps are here in Texas. My transportation's here in Texas. Um, Most of my family and friends are here. You know, my home, and it's a lot of air. It's a lot of space. It's not so crowded with people. It's not so many buildings stacked on top of each other, people on top of each other. The cost of living is way more economically feasible here in Texas. The prices have increased. I have noticed that since the last time I've been home. I come home at least twice a month. This time has been the longest time I've been here. I've been here for almost a week now. Usually I come take care of my businesses, do what I got to do on my properties and for some of my tenants, and take care of some loved ones, you know, make sure my prep's okay, and then I go right back, you know. That's why I be like, I'm exhausted. Um, I have a, as far as survivalism and prepping is concerned, I feel more comfortable and safe here in Texas, not only because I have those things, but also because of our governor and some of our leaders who speak out against these things that are in place in our nation, and they go against the grain with it, and it makes me feel very comfortable because you guys know how I feel about it. I don't want nobody telling me what I need to do for my body, unless it's like my doctor and he's giving me, you know, organic and natural remedies or advice, you know, as far as exercising, eating healthy, thinking positively, staying away from stress, you know, vitamin D intake, zinc and turmeric, and, you know, B1 and things that's going to boost my immune system and help me out. I don't want anybody telling me what I need to be doing, and I need to get something, take something that I'm not fully knowledgeable of, and most of all, I don't know how it's going to affect me. So here in Texas, we have leaders who, you know, they're not so much pushing us to do these things that most of the leaders are pushing people to do. I feel very comfortable with that. I feel very safe and protected with that. Here in Texas, we have the right to bear arms. We have the right to defend ourselves. We have the right to open carry. At first, I was against the whole open carry thing. I thought that it was insane. I thought it was ridiculous. But now, in the times that we're living in, with everybody's going crazy and all the excessive crimes in the city and all this, I'm grateful for it now. I'm serious, because I got a call. This is why I came out here this last time. And also because I also tell you, I'm going to make a video about why I left New York this last time. I got a call from a loved one here in Texas where they found a dead body right by their house. They didn't find it, but the security people in the neighborhood found the body. And I almost lost my mind. And I'm like, oh my God, it's just so much going on in these cities. And I had to hurry up and get here. In New York, it's so much crime. The way a lot of us get around New York City is public transportation, of course. And on the trains, every single day on the news, you're hearing about stories about violence occurring in the train. People, I've seen people act up on the train. People, you get on the train, people smoking cigarettes. They're not supposed to smoke cigarettes on the train. They had that loud music. They're going up to people begging for money, acting a fool, acting crazy, talking crazy, attacking people. There have been a lot of random attacks, but they just cutting people. I've seen a lot of questionable people just come up to me and come up to people and just act crazy, act like they want to attack them. And the scary thing about being on the subway in New York City, when you're dealing with and facing with a violent crime like that, you can't get out. You're underground. The train is going full speed ahead. The doors are locked. There's no escaping that. So many people got attacked just going to work. these cities are filled with crime. I was also coming here so I can just get back to building on my homestead and continuing my planting and growing of fruits and vegetables and fruit trees. Um, I'm just done with these cities. I'm tired of the cities. I just want to go back to being the country girl that I was raised to be and get on a horse and have me some cows and some goats and some lambs and some sheep and some chickens and turkeys on my property and some dogs and a whole bunch of kale greens and collard greens and cabbage and wild onions and spinach growing, and I have me some cherry seeds that I got from the cherries that I buy in the store. Oh, those cherries, like out here in Texas, they were like $12, $13 a pack. In New York they're 20, right about at 20. And I save the seeds, and I like to recommend that you do the same when you're getting your vegetables and when you're getting your fruits and whatnot. Y'all save those seeds and start growing them. You're growing right there where you are. But times are different now. Everything has changed right before our eyes. Don't expect things to be back the way they were. You prepare yourselves. Let's including me, Zan Harrold, prepare ourselves mentally, physically, financially if we can, because that's another difficult thing. Because they have all these mandates in place where you have to take this, you have to do this in order to keep your jobs. Y'all, this is just it's incredibly insane. But as soon as we recognize what it is, we can move forward. It's no need of complaining. It's no need of, oh, woe is me and this and that and other. It's hard on everybody. And a lot of us have, a lot of our situations are more severe than others. I do recognize that. I just want everybody to try to be strong, including myself. When I say the war is me, sometimes I've gotten like that because it just be so overwhelming. It's just so much. It's just so much. It's just so much to bear, to comprehend, to deal with. You know, things have changed. That's just it. Let's just prepare ourselves to let's just be prepared for the constant weather, the crazy weather, the erratic weather, the spontaneous just pop up on you tornadoes and hurricanes. And because we fix our mind this way, we'll be more prepared for it. It's kind of crazy that every day we have to wake up expecting something. But I think like that sometimes. I'm like, okay, what if this happened? What if that happened? Do I have everything in place? You know. So, and then I want to talk about the extreme heat in the South. Boy, it's so hot out here. Now, it was hot in New York, but not like this. Y'all, it's so hot till I had to take one of my vehicles to the shop twice, back to back. Now, I just put a battery in this car like 5-6 months ago, so I had to replace the battery. They said because of the heat, and it was under a carport, but it was outside, but it's under a carport, and how it's sucking up the water, it's sucking up the liquids inside the car. That's how hot it is. That's how hot it is. I had to get more oil in. I'm like, whoa. One of the fans blew. Whoa. This stuff is costly. So you might want to have a side hustle, y'all. I have so many different businesses. So many hustles, not just with entertainment, not just in the beauty and fashion and entertainment, and not just with music, and not just with real estate, and not just with sales, but because I have to try to keep on going, and this traveling is very costly, and the food is very costly, transportation is very costly. Out there in New York, on the subway, it's $2.75 just going one place. Then you have to come back. If you got to go 4 or 5 places, you can easily spend $20 in New York just on transportation. One piece of fish was like $12, $13. I'm talking about one piece of like tilapia in the grocery store. Y'all see the videos. A box of Lucky Charms, $8, $9. Everything is so costly. So very costly. So yeah, let's just encourage each other, help one another. Y'all leave me a comment, about what y'all feel about these times. Are you prepared? Are you getting prepared? Or are you, do you have your mind You know, do you have your mind right knowing that times have changed? It's not going to go back the same. Matter of fact, things are going to get worse before it get better. Y'all let me know your thoughts. And if you don't mind, please give me a thumbs up. And keep surviving. ZanHarrold.com. Also, you can follow me on BitChute, BITCHUTE.com. I'm going to be uploading, these are the watered down version of these videos. I'm going to be uploading how I really, really feel on there. Because y'all know I like to say how I feel. And I think that helps people more than watering down stuff. And also my other backup page, I usually use it, I just really use it for entertainment, but you guys can go in there. They have not, I have, by the grace of God, not gonna work. I haven't gotten any strikes on there, so I have been, when I got shut down here the second time, I started uploading on there, and a lot of the viewers from the Purpose and page follow me on there. I post on that page every day as well, and that's Zan Harrold, ZAN space HARROLD. That's my other backup page for this one, and then BitChute, and then I will have my Purpose Zan website up in place in my ZanHarrold.com website. And I'm going to be putting all my stuff on there. And it's not going to be watered down. I don't like being watered down because I don't think that helps people. Sometimes with certain people, you have to just tell it like it is so they can see what it is, what you're talking about. And I know I grew up like this. When my grandfather spoke forcefully and he said adamantly what he said and he meant, it got that light bulb, boom, turned right on in my head. And I went on and did just that. And I think it's important for people like myself and other people who have people watching them to tell it like it is, straight like it is, and don't water it down so people can know what's going on, you know. So thanks for watching. Keep surviving. ZanHarrold.com.